Alisha, tell us, what is Planly and how did you first come up with the idea to build it?
So Planly is a personalized benefit for the future of work that keeps pace with the employee's life events. So if you think about someone going through a pregnancy or maybe having a death in the family, our platform catches these life events through assessments and behavioral tracking and red flags, and we actually recommend the best personalized solution for each employee. How it came about was through very personal experiences. I will have Earl speak on that because he actually came up with Planly at first, but we had to pivot a couple times. So I'll let him explain.
Yeah, for sure. It actually came about from two really important life experiences for both myself and Alicia. But for me personally, it was the pandemic, right? I'm a total extrovert, and the job that I was working at the time, I was the vice president of employee benefits for a company called Woodruff Sawyer out of San Francisco. And it's a very relationship-driven business and industry. And fast forward to the pandemic, we get locked down. My quota started to suffer because I wasn't able to really continue to build and evolve those relationships with people. That led to me, falling behind on my quota. That led ultimately to me experiencing loneliness and isolation. And then ultimately, because it wasn't treated, it led to depression. So that was a really serious life event for me. And then also during that time, my wife also had our second child. And she also experienced depression. So during this time, our paths kind of crossed. We both made it to the state of depression, but our journeys were completely unique.
How many people have been touched by Planly? How much money have you raised? And what does the future look like for it?
Planly's been awesome, right? Since we've gotten into Techstars. So before getting into Techstars, we were already post-product. And we had already had some solid traction in regards to some LOIs from some really good customers. We had our first signed customer who had north of 1,000 employees, who's going to be going live in Q1 of 2023. So we had already had some really good traction. But since we joined the accelerator, it's been amazing from the traction. So we already talked about the mentoring piece, but from a traction perspective, our goal for 2022, just to kind of put in perspective, was 1,100 employees, 1,200 employees, sorry. So two mid-market companies with an average of 600 employees. And to date, we're at about 3,800. We have also had some really good talks with Walmart. And, so obviously we're kind of in the later stages, talking with their team and collaborating with their team to see what that would look like as far as a formal partnership. And then we also have partnered with a company here locally, a company called Tulsa Remote. So they have about 2,000 participants. They've actually been immensely valuable to changing the landscape here in Tulsa. And they bring in remote workers. So people from Google, people from all of the top companies, and they pay them $10,000 to relocate them here. So we partner with that company. And the reason why is because, one, the $10,000 doesn't have the same purchasing power because of inflation. And we help to fill that gap with our benefits. And then two is they are actually causing a major life event, right? By relocating people here. Moving is one of the top 5 stressors in people's lives. It's actually second to, I believe, death or divorce. And they're basically leveraging our platform to be able to add value and offer personalized benefits to folks that are here who may have experienced loneliness and isolation after relocating here.
Before starting the Techstar program, we had raised almost 500K. We wanted to close out our pre-seed plus round before the program has ended. I am happy to say that we are actually oversubscribed. So we're closing out our pre-seed plus round at about 1.5 million. Being out here, that's through networking, that's through finding out who in the community can actually help us out. Once we got here, day one, we just had a long list of introductions that were made to us in regards to clients and the investments. So once I got that investment list, we attacked it. We were having conversations at the start of the program. But right now, we're closing out our pre-seed plus round, and we're very happy about that. And then on demo day, we're opening up our seed round. So stay tuned for all of that.